Hello, sunshine. My name is Miss Kimberly, and today I am working with a mentee on adding integers. So I wanted to introduce adding integers and the rules. So for the rules, positive plus a positive equal a positive. A negative plus a negative equals a negative. And if you have opposite signs, you subtract the two numbers and you take the sign of the larger number. Commit these to memory. You will need these over and over and over again. And it is good to understand the operation in which you are using for, as in this case, it's addition. Because it's going to change as you elevate and go on to multiplication and division. So that's a different set of rules. So adding and subtracting, these are the rules. Um, Negative, 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 positive, positive, positive. If they are opposite signs, no matter what, you subtract the numbers, and take the sign of the larger number. So what I'll do is I'll start with adding integers. Okay, so this is what it might look like. 10 plus 5 equals. Most of us at this stage, we would just be able to write 15. Okay, but I encourage you to write it in a way that pulls out what is invisible. So I put each one in parentheses. So I have a 10, but we know that it's a positive 10. So I put the positive sign. We are adding. And then this 5 is a positive 5, which means that this 15 is a positive 15. And I do that because when you are dealing with signs, you might forget. And this way, if you rewrite it, one, you know that you've touched the equation yourself. So you've gone through each step individually so that you can see what you've written. As you go on and do multi-steps, you will then begin to follow, and we'll do that at some later stage. I also believe that the student does better with a visual aid. And so I created a number line because this makes sense. So what we do, if we start on the number line at positive 10, that's to the right of the 0. This is a positive 5, positive 10, positive 15. What it's saying is that the positive, you're adding the positive, meaning you're going to the right. And you're going 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you land on 15. This is going to make sense more as you begin to graph and all of that. So I like to do the introduction very early so that way you can see. Understand the concept that the positive means, in this case, that you're going to the right of the 0. 2, the number attached to the positive sign is telling you how many single jumps to make. So that's how you get there. So the rule, a positive plus a positive equals a positive. You start off at 10 on the number line and you add 5 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the opposite works for subtraction. I'm sorry, for negative numbers. So I rewrite, because I know this is a negative. I want to make sure it's a negative. I have my plus sign, then I have a negative 5. Okay, so we know that we're going to add these two. A negative, the rules, negative plus a negative is a negative. So we already know it's going to be negative. And we know that 10 plus 5 is 15. So we can write that in there relatively quickly. However, for the visual aid, what I want you to see is that if you start at negative 10 and you add negative 5, the negative means that you're going to the left of the 0. Here's the 0, you're going left. So you're going to take 5 jumps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you end up on negative 15. All right. Now, when you are adding integers with opposite signs, what you have to do is you have the answer, or so you have the equation. So you have a positive 10 plus a negative 3. First thing you have to do is review and rewrite. So, do you have opposite signs? Yes, you do. Okay? So, I would rewrite that as, you might guess it, a positive 10 plus a negative 3 equals what? Okay, so you subtract these numbers. 10 minus 3 equals 7. So that is part of our answer, 7. But you take the sign of the larger number. In this case, 10 is the larger number between 10 and 3. 10 is the larger number, and it is attached to a positive sign. So we use that, and we make sure we put that on our answer. So the way that looks on the number line is I drew a number line. Here's 0 to the right are the positive numbers, to the left are the negative numbers. We start at positive 10. And then negative 3 tells us we're going to go 3 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3. All right. So you know that this is 5, 6, 7, or 10, 9, 8, 7. However you want to go, that is 7. And it's still to the right of the 0. And so it is a positive 7. So if you have any other questions, you can be sure to give me a call. If you are a school or a district in need of some additional support, particularly, and I should probably add on here, AMI days, you can reach out to me. Please give me a call. My contact information is there. Until next time, hold space.